Every freaking night and every freaking day, I wanna freak you, baby, in every freaking way. I love you too, Chelsea. Oh my God. I cannot. I can't do it. I don't know how people eat cold food. All right, so you may notice I'm alive right in front of you. Yeah. Ah. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Get off. All right. I love you, Charlotte. I love you, Jessica. Oh my God, I'm like the lady from Romper Room. I love you. I see you. So you may notice that I'm not in my, hey, Elizabeth, sweet friend. I was going to call you from the airport today. Auburn, Alabama. Where you go? Hey. Okay. Oh yeah, so this blue that I put on my nails is hard candy. Oh God, what it's called? Gosh, what is it called? Sky? Blue? Something. I don't know, but I love it. Oh, Jessica, you just found Jersey Belle? It was a fun show. It really was. All right, so you may notice that I am not home. I am in a hotel in Atlanta because I'm not in LA. I'm in Atlanta because yes, Melissa Brewer. Yes, and that was a great question. So anyway, I came to Atlanta last night because the weather in Birmingham was supposed to be so bad, and I was afraid that I would miss my connection. So I drove to Atlanta, and I'm going to catch my connection here in Atlanta. I didn't eat any food last night, so I feel like I might die of being hangry. Hey girl, hey. So anyway, I'm in Atlanta. I couldn't sleep last night. I'm like so nervous, but like the energy's good. So yesterday, I real quick, I'll tell you, and then I have to tell you about this conversation I had with this old lady last night because she was everything to me. So yesterday I did a pitch in Birmingham, and now I have strawberry in my teeth. I'm like Pretty Woman. Okay. I did the pitch for John 3:16 at my office yesterday in Birmingham, but before I did it, Danielle came by, and she wasn't going to be able to be there for the pitch, so she came by, and I pitched it to her quickly, like 5 minutes, and she's literally like crying, and she was like, I'm so proud of you. This is like the most beautiful thing you've ever done. If you're on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, go watch my stories, like push my picture on Instagram, and watch Danielle's reaction. It was so beautiful. Anyway, so a bunch of people came to my office yesterday that I didn't really know. I knew 2 of them, and then the other 3 or 4 I didn't know. And so I pitched the movie, and there was not a dry eye in the room, including my own. I cry every time I pitch this movie. So hopefully crying won't make the men in the room uncomfortable, because I will definitely be crying tomorrow. I cannot believe that after 3 years of working on this movie, I will pitch this movie to sell it tomorrow. Like, it kind of just blows my mind. It's just insane. My Instagram is Jamie P. Sullivan, Jaime P. Sullivan. And I am on Snapchat, but Taylor set it up for me, and I don't know my Snapchat name. I need to find it. Good luck, Wit. So anyway, I'm flying out of Atlanta today at noon. And so, by the way, I'm supposed to see Lionel tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Aaliyah, you tell Suzanne I love her. Marlboro Mustangs is our name. Beating your team is our game. All right, so let me tell you about this old lady I met yesterday who I love. So I have taken like a small, like hankering for the elderly. I feel like I just love them. I used to be a little creeped out by them when I was young. I don't know, maybe I was scared of getting old. I don't know what it was. But now I see old people and I desperately want to talk to them. And when I say old, I mean old. Like I'm talking about like over 80, you know? So, yeah, last night I check into the hotel. It's late. It's after 11 o'clock at night because I wanted to get my kids settled at home and then drive to Atlanta last night. And she comes down, or she was already down. I don't know. But anyway, she sits in the lobby by herself and she's drinking a cup of water. And all I could think is, why are you the cutest? So anyway, I go up to her and I'm like, hi, are you by yourself? She's like, well, my husband is here, but he's sleeping. I couldn't sleep. So I'm like, can I sit with you? She was like, sure. She was probably thinking, why are you accosting me? Very, very young, tan, beautiful girl. I'm just kidding. So we sit down and we start talking and I'm telling her about, I asked her a little bit about herself and she asked me about me and why I was at this hotel. And I said that I was going to California today to pitch my movie. And, you know, I was telling her a little bit about it. And she was like, what does pitch mean? And I was talking about, my Snapchat is Coffee Talk Jamie. Thank you. So I don't know. So anyway, so we're talking and I explain it to her and I say, so, you know, I don't know what I'm going to wear. And she was like, just wear anything. And I was like, I can't just wear anything. And I was like, I'm so nervous. Like, I wonder if I should get something new. No, I do not do good grit at all in any capacity. So, she started talking to me about how when she was young, you know, she had 3 dresses. One was for church, one was for school, and one was for play. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And she was like, yes, I had 3 dresses. And any other clothes that I had were given to my parents by other people. I wore hand-me-downs, you know, whatever. So I said, well, I have 2 older sisters, so I wore hand-me-downs. She goes, no, I never had hand-me-downs from my family. Everything that I have ever gotten from, you know, came from other people that I didn't know. So we start talking and she says to me, how much do you spend on clothes? And I said, well, I think clothes are probably more expensive than when you were young. And she goes, no, not if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Like, the homegirl was not there to like pussyfoot with me in any capacity. So we started talking about money, whatever, and she was telling me how she has come to live a frugal life, like a financial frugal life, that she never had anything, and then, you know, she got married and her husband started to make some money. And at first she started to spend money because she never had the opportunity to do it. She never could buy nice things or have new shoes or all of these things. And she found that when she would buy them, she felt uncomfortable wearing them because she was saving them, right, for special occasions or whatever. So she said, I found the most comfortable living is when you learn to live truly with what you have, as little as possible. She said, you can focus really on the things that are important in your life, like God, like family, like friendships. She said, we fill our lives with all of these things and we expect them to make us happy. Just like food, you know, when you have a bad day, you treat yourself to ice cream. Or when you have a bad day, in my case, you treat yourself to 2 Tito's and soda with a splash of lime. And sometimes she's right. I do treat myself to new clothes. I do. That's a real thing. And she was saying to me, have you ever considered changing the way you identify treating yourself? Have you ever considered treating yourself to a walk around the neighborhood with your children? Or I was like, well, a treat for me would be walking around my neighborhood without my children. And she started laughing. I mean, you know, she had a great sense of humor, but she was explaining to me that she believes the reason why my generation is so depressed and full of anxiety is because we have placed value on all the wrong things. And she said when she was young, the definition of success, being successful, was keeping your family together and getting hot food on the table and like having good values, right? And I believe that through evolution as human beings, we evolve, right? I don't think that I do think that success has evolved, right? Nicole, she is a older woman that I was talking to last night at the hotel. Anyway, you know, I think it's a generational thing, but I do think there was some value and some merit to what she said. And what frustrated me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, is I agree with what she said, okay? The problem is that I get angry at myself because I know she's right. I know that I should not put value in things. I know that I should not treat myself with new sweaters or new shoes or whatever, right? Because I know that things bring us temporary happiness, but I don't always follow is not a word. I don't always follow the advice that is given to me. And I don't believe that people come into my life or across my path by accident. I don't believe that I sat down and talked to this woman yesterday so I could talk to you today on accident. I believe wholeheartedly that my heart told me to speak to this woman because the conversation was meant for me to hear so that I could share it with you. And, you know, we didn't agree on everything, but overall, you know, I think that there is some true value to her, to what she was saying, in that, you know, they didn't long for material things when they were her age. They had what they had and they were happy with what they were given above that. She said, when somebody gave my mother hand-me-downs, it was new to us. We loved it. We were so excited to get that bag of clothes. And I thought, really? And she was like, yeah, really? Yes. And she said, and you know what? She was so right about what she said to me, because she said, Jamie, how many articles of clothing do you have in your closet? And I was like, a lot. And she was like, but how many do you actually wear? I was like, funny you should say this. I just shared this with Coffee Talk. Probably like 10 things. And she was like, imagine what you could have done with all the money on the things that you bought that you never wear. And I do feel guilty about that because I do that. I do that. And I want to know why. Why? And you know what else? I want to say this. Good luck on your job interview, Charlotte. I want to say this. Yesterday, I posted a funny meme about Ross Geller from Friends. And somebody commented that I seem unhappy and that they hope that Michael and I are happy. I want to say this. I am not unhappy. I just love Friends and love the episode of Ross Geller drinking too many margaritas going, I'm fine. Here's the thing. I don't take my husband or my marriage for granted. I don't take the life that we've built or the things that I have for granted. I am very happy. I love my husband. We had a shitty couple of days or a week from spring break. It is okay to acknowledge that somebody disrespected you and you were waiting patiently for an apology. I mean, I didn't punch him. Clearly, I've made a lot of progress. So I do become resentful and a little snarky when people, like, you know, say things like, Jamie, you should be more appreciative of the man you have. You know what? Why don't you just laugh at the Ross Geller meme and laugh at how awesome Friends was and not tell me that I should appreciate my husband, because I do. Thanks. But anyway, I really believe that if we all took a hard look at our lives and went, what could I eliminate what am I filling my life with that, true story, I really don't need? How can I make space more for the things that I do need, the things that will really fulfill me, the things that will enrich my life and help me enrich the lives of others? True story. Like, I don't need everything in my closet. I'm disgusted with myself now after talking to this woman, because truth be told, I spend money on things that I don't need. And why? Because I'm really not unhappy. I need to really do some soul searching. I really need to do some soul searching. And by the way, here's the other thing about me, guys. I am so honest with you guys that if my life was falling apart, if my marriage was falling apart, you guys would be the first ones to know. That's true. That's real. If my life was falling apart, if I was profoundly unhappy, if I was getting divorced or my marriage was falling apart, if I didn't think I could hold on anymore, you guys would be the first to know. So you don't have to worry. Believe me, I would come to you first because you're my support system. Yeah, I can't speak the English language, okay? So I'm going to be looking in my life for things that places in my life that I am filling with things that I don't need. Stuff. So much stuff. You know, I don't want so much stuff. I want more love. Yesterday, I am making such strides with Olivia. I don't want to take this coffee talk into like a parenting thing, but Olivia and I are making such strides. For those of you that have one child that, you know, you have to try harder with, you have to work harder with, it doesn't come as naturally, you understand what I'm saying. Max gives me love nonstop. It's an equal transfer of love and energy all the time, but Olivia makes me work for it. She's not as trusting of energy that way. It's just a lot harder with Olivia. Her love language is I don't even know what it is, blinking some days where she just blinks. Olivia and I are making real strides. We've been spending a lot of time together. I've been listening to her more, and that is really all that matters to me. Like, I look at what this woman was saying last night, and I was thinking about it last night in bed. All that matters to me is that I connect with my children, that they know that I love them, that not even just that they know that they're loved, but that I hear them and that I am filling them with the right things so that they don't want their lives filled with stuff. Like, what am I, my children are very godly, and I love that they have that. And so what am I as a mother? What am I bringing to their lives? How am I enriching their lives so that they don't feel like they want their lives filled with stuff? I don't want that for my kids. I don't want them to feel like they have to have 9 million things to be happy. So I'm working really, really hard at that. Anyway, I love you guys. I swear, I feel like I could just keep you on live all day and we can just go through our life and day just together all the time. I do love you very much. I am, like I said, going to fly out of Atlanta today. Just pray for good weather. It's just so nasty here. I just want to get out on time and get to LA and get settled so that I can practice my pitch. Let me do this thing for Wounded Warrior, and then we'll say goodbye. Don't hang up, because the more people that watch, the more money they get. Okay, so this woman, Marcy, just wrote, I don't know why, but I like you. That was my favorite comment of the day. Marcy, if you can hear me, that was hysterical. I love you guys so much today. If you need to hear it, I love you, and I'm thinking of you always, and I'm so grateful for you, and I just love you. if you want to share this video, you can click that little button right there that says share and say, somebody needs to declutter their life. Listen to Jamie. She can't make any sense. I love you guys so much. Have a great day.